All right, big changes there. Now, let's continue this conversation about another weekend with another round of severe weather. We're going to chat with Gary Lezak. He is chief meteorologist at KSHB and founder of weather2020.com. He joins us now via Skype from Overland Park, Kansas. Gary, thanks for being here and chatting about something I know that you talk a lot about and you blog a lot about, which is how the weather sets up in patterns.
That's right, Jen, thank you so much for having me on here. And the weather pattern is just fascinating. It's incredible. This year's pattern cycling at about 45 to 50 days. You can learn more about it on the blog at weather2020.com. We share this new technology with you. There's been a cold phase to the weather pattern and a warm phase to the weather pattern. The cold phase lasts about 21 days. The warm phase lasts about 28 days. So 3 weeks for the cold phase, 4 weeks for the warm phase. The whole pattern is cycling 45 to 50 days. Just look back in December. We're making severe weather outlooks 1, 2, 3 experimental outlooks out to 7 or 8 days. But at Weather 2020, we're actually making outlooks 100 days, 200 days into the future. If you go back to December, Jen, and look at December 17th and 18th and compare it to this storm coming in now, it's incredible. It's the same weather pattern that is happening now, and it's going to continue. We're going into the cold phase of the pattern at the moment, and our forecast, and if you look closely, there are 2 storms on the leading edge of that cold phase. One is this one this weekend, and then there's going to be a midweek one. Remember, now that's caught in the cold phase part of the pattern, so cold air is going to surge south into the United States. There's going to be a freeze in the northern plains next week, and there's going to be a tremendous contrast. So watch out mid next week as well for a potential big severe weather setup around Oklahoma, Texas. Again, the same spots keep getting hit. You know, Kansas City has not had a tornado watch yet this season. I'm about to go into 41 Action News as chief meteorologist today and track this next storm. But we have not even had a tornado watch yet this season, right here in the middle of Tornado Alley. It's been all around us.
Gary, that is actually, I looked at that and I saw it sort of in a hole right there, though, because there were tornado watches all around you guys for the season.
Fine with me.
Yeah, exactly, for everyone else too. What signals are you looking at in the atmosphere to drive this reoccurring cycle?
If you look at the upper level flow around 18,000 feet up, again, go to the blog at weather2020.com. We can showcase all these examples from this past fall when it all set up. The weather pattern sets up in October and November every year, and now we're in the same pattern that produced the 100 inches of snow in Boston, Massachusetts. And incredibly, it snowed today in Palm Springs. But look at 18,000 feet up. It's the river of air above us that is cycling regularly. There is organization to the chaos in the atmosphere. It's a new technology. Yes, I've been sharing it for a long time. We got some big things going on at Weather 2020 this year. But it is just fascinating, and it's a big puzzle, and it's very hard to see. It's like looking at the wall, one of those puzzles, you sort of all of a sudden see it. It just comes into play. But go back to December, compare it to now. Incredibly, the winter version of the pattern is returning at this moment, and it's going to continue to cycle into the summer.
Gary, pretty fascinating stuff. Thanks so much for being with us here today. And, you know, it's interesting when you look back like that to really be able to pinpoint and gives us a better idea of what to look for the future.
And we do have this weekend another busy one with severe weather. The pattern is going to be busy into next week as well. So that's certainly a concern. That's why we're going to talk more about what you can expect this weekend first, though. We've got dangerous